Thanks, John. So as John said, we have a lot packed into the agenda today. Let's see. All right, so for a lot of you, many of you are familiar with OWASP. Just raise a hand for fun, right? Awesome, great. And so what we find not everybody's aware of is the GenAI Security Project. So we are an initiative within OWASP. We started roughly 20 months ago. And we began as a top 10 list for LLM and generative AI, as you may have seen. But from there, we've actually grown quite a bit. We grew and became an initiative that was focused not just at a top 10 list, but also focused on finding solutions to the mitigations and risks. So that built out, and we actually restructured at the beginning of this last year to become the GenAI Security Project. We have 8 working groups working across the life cycle of AI security. So we become a project of projects. And so with that, the ASI and the Agentic Security Initiative is a key one there. We're really excited to be able to be here in London to roll this out. We are also, to give you an idea of the growth our community has seen, it's been pretty amazing. Just this last year, we have grown to over 7,500 people on our Slack alone. These are people who are contributing, who are providing commentary, who are tracking a lot of the work that we're doing as a project. Slack is where we do our work, so it's a great place there. Our LinkedIn followers, we have gone well over 20,000 on our LinkedIn, so it just shows the interest of the community. And we continue to see growth in our collaborations we're doing with standard organizations such as NIST and even the European government organizations and UK government organizations. So we're really taking a full global approach to this. Over 160 supporting organizations. These are companies who are providing in-kind contributions and resources to the project, both in terms of people and in terms of other resources. And we really have our sponsors to help support us, to provide us with funding to help us do great events like today that F5 help support us with, as well as help us do things like fund our website, help us enable our community of experts to be able to do their work by providing editorial and other resources to help support them and make sure that we're growing as a community. Not only have we built as a community, we've also provided a huge amount of guidance. So just over the last year, we've published nearly 50 pieces of guidance across the life cycle of generative AI security. In addition, we've really kind of expanded our focus to make sure that we are addressing not just practitioners and developers, but also CISOs and other audiences that are looking to help to solve these issues, because these are not, with generative AI, these are not just uniquely set to the practitioners and technologists. This is a issue that crosses across functional and areas. And so we really need to enable the entire community. And so that's where the project has focused. We've also been very clear that we wanted to be a global organization, and we've done that through making our materials available through multiple languages. So today, I'm happy to say that we have over almost 20 different localized versions of material covering a broad set of languages. And we're continuing to do this. This is all done by a group of volunteers. And I want to be really clear that these are our practitioners building content for practitioners. These are you guys building stuff for yourselves. And what that means is that we've really taken an approach that's focusing on, with this very quickly moving space of generative AI and agentic security, getting the guidance out quickly and focusing on iterating on that guidance as much as we can to ensure that we're continuing to do the best we can and provide the best guidance we can at the time. We also have things that are upcoming, and we have some new stuff that we've recently announced. So we have 10 new resources coming up in Q1. We have an extensive roadmap. If you go to our website, you can see what's coming. It's also a great opportunity if you want to contribute to see what work areas that we're contributing to, where you could potentially add value, either bringing your use cases or your expertise to help us be able to continue this community effort toward helping build a better, more secure generative AI deployments and generative AI environment. We also have some new tools. So our project is not just documents and guidance, it's also source code, it's also tools. You're going to hear more about that from the agentic side, from the agentic teams. But we have a new tool that we just announced, a new initiative around our AI SBOM tool project. And I think I see Helen back here in the back here, who's one of our lead there on that project. And so we haven't gotten we've been so tied up with everything for this lovely event here. We're going to get the announcements out on that on LinkedIn. So look for that this next week. And it's a great opportunity to contribute both technically and also, as I said, help contribute from a use case and need perspective. And again, want to thank our sponsors who help make this possible. Everybody in the community who contributes, everybody who is part of our supporting companies and our sponsors really make this possible. And so thank you to you, thank you to our community. And we're going to really have the opportunity to dive deep into agentic security. And we're excited about that because really the team has been working on agentic security for the last year or more. In fact, we called out agentic as an issue back in our 2025 top 10 list. And you'll hear more in detail soon, but really I want to talk about the fact that we really had a lot of pressure back at the end of 2024 to put out a top 10. But the team got together and really recognized that we weren't ready. There weren't the patterns out there to do application patterns, to be able to do threat modeling. There weren't the protocols and architectures out there. So we needed more data. But rather than just waiting, we decided at that point to put out an initial guidance. And that's where the team put out our threats and mitigations guidance and continue to provide more guidance throughout the year as we continue to get more data, hackathons, additional resources, things around MCP, how to do threat modeling. All that has been built for the team. The team is built as a foundation for helping us really understand what we need to do from an agentic perspective. So today, I think we're going to have a great opportunity to drill deep into each of those areas, and which is going to be awesome.